If you enjoy the video, please consider subscribing, otherwise Gabe Newell will delete the beta files forever. It's a city that calls our name, calls us back. A forgotten city, or better yet, a mysterious city. Welcome back to the City 17 that only existed in a different timeline than ours. To begin, let me tell you that this is actually a mod. It's simply titled City 17 mod. It has about 5 locations based on the 2001-2002 beta of Half-Life 2. As far as I can tell, the author used the original leaked maps and added on enhancements which I would describe as true to its roots. The first map we've already seen. I've covered in the E3 2002 video. It has bits and bobs added on top of it which make it feel a little more alive. More brighter than the 2001 version, the city still has a haunting feeling in its passages. The industrial smoke coming from the chimneys of the factories corrupt the already desolate atmosphere thanks to the Combine. Children work their backs away in forced labor, all under the name of an intergalactic alien empire. The second map we also saw in the E3 2002 video. It's the same, but we find a series of men at the beginning waiting to be let into what appears to be a store. Right in front of them are their fellow men being prosecuted by the Combine police. The addition this mod makes to the original map is subtle. Like more NPCs, moving vehicles like APCs, and some objects like barriers and boxes, and other things you would expect in a city like this. Here is where things get interesting. The first 2 maps were based off the 2002 beta. Now we're going back to 2001, the US skyscraper design. This is that main central point of City 17 that we've seen quite a bit. It starts off from this room and immediately the atmosphere changes from the previous sunny one to a grittier one. We jump down the pipe and we see a familiar place. Beta City 17. I would go as far as saying that if they had released the 2001 Half-Life 2 beta as retail, it would have looked exactly like this. Updated textures to the buildings modernized the setting a bit, but the sky is what gets me. It's the perfect weather for a rundown city like this. These empty streets leave behind memories of a fruitful society now condemned to slavery. The lockdown of the Combine on the humans is seen everywhere we go. What happens to the arrested ones, no one knows, but they are never seen again. Tall, Titan-like structures conceal the natural gray sky of the planet, or what's left of it anyway. Any citizen coming across our path lives in constant despair. There is no hope. There never was. Construction sites left stagnant, doors and windows sealed, and a city left motionless for 20 years. A concrete jail for all mankind. Inside, we find a sadistic contraption of the Combine hidden in plain sight and disguised as entertainment. This is the Manhack Arcade. These clueless citizens are controlling what they think is a video game, but actually, they are controlling Manhack drones that is cutting up prisoners captured by the Combine. These people are murdering their own kind and they do not know. They think it's a game. As clouds pour down rain and lightning strikes in the distance, our friend leads us to the doctor's lab. The entrance begins with a coarse-looking tower station. Outside, rain pours down on the corpse of a city, its joyous soul stripped away from its being and its people. The rain may wash away the dirt, but the rain will never wash away the blood of all those who were massacred in the streets during the war. This is a beautiful map. The person who made this is Russian, so I can't pronounce his or her name, but they did a wonderful job at capturing the exact feeling of the 2001 beta. After City 17 is the sewer section that leads to Dr. Kleiner's lab. This map reminds me of the sewer sections of the original Resident Evil 2. These tunnels give a mysterious vibe to the atmosphere. This is much better than some of the sewer sections in Half-Life 2 in the Root Canal chapter. Again, the map is lit up, but appropriately. It's not too bright because that would make it look bland, and it's not too dark because you'd have to depend on a flashlight, which we do not have right now. Like I always say, good lighting along with good textures make up the perfect map, and this is close to perfection in terms of aesthetic design and atmosphere. Kleiner's lab looks similar and different at the same time. The layout is almost the same, but some of the things are located instead of where you'd usually expect it. This didn't particularly interest me. The only interesting thing is the dialogue, which is quite similar to the retail version. They mention Kraken Base, which was the hideout of Helena Mossman, Helena being the precursor character to Judith Mossman. They also mention Eli, so that means Eli and Judith were not going to be at the same place, which was Black Mesa East in the retail game. There's no Alex, if you haven't noticed, which was odd because as far as I know, she was always going to be a character in the game. I don't know why she wasn't here. But the strangest thing is that Kleiner says something which Alex says in the actual beta.
I expect you'll be pleased to see this after your hazardous journey. I can't vouch for the carbonation, but still there's a choice of diet or regular.
Knock it off, Doc.
That's Alex's line in the beta, but Kleiner's voice actor recorded it as well. I have no clue what happened there. Maybe they wanted Kleiner to say it in the first place, but then decided to change it and have Alex say it to Gordon. Also, the vending machine houses the HEV suit, while in the other versions, a proper chamber houses the suit, just like in retail. The vending machine was always used for the entrance for Kleiner's lab. The rest of the dialogue is almost the same. Half-Life 2's beta is an interesting specimen, a showcase of a different world, something out of the ordinary in a way that it differs from the actual Half-Life 2. Fans like you and I love seeing these maps and other cut content because it's not the game we played again and again all those years ago. It's something that could have been Half-Life 2, but didn't turn out to be. Thank you for watching.